We got new head coach Scott Matera. Coach, just give us an overview of your season going into your first season here at Tech.
Yeah, we're super excited. You know, we came back this past weekend here, and we're getting things organized and getting the girls back in the swing of daily practices and workouts and putting lineups together and figuring out who's going to be at the top of all those depth charts. And we got our first exhibition match coming up on August 23rd, and it's a team we played back in the spring here for our spring match. So it'll be nice to see kind of how we've progressed versus what we were able to do with them in the spring. So we're really excited. We've added 4 freshmen to the mix from the off season here, and everybody came back in pretty solid shape, and we're getting it going.
You've been here since December. Just for you, how has the experience been? How has it been building the relationship with the players too?
Yeah, I mean that's been the key and been our focus from day one here. Is you got to build a culture before you can do anything else, and that foundation is really built on trust, love, and greatness are the things that we're after, and trust has to come first. So it really has been about building the relationships, investing the time in things that have nothing to do with volleyball. We want to know about their families. We want to know about their schooling and their dreams and their everything that goes on outside of volleyball, because when you know the person, then you can push them towards their goals, and those sometimes harsh truths fall on open ears when they know that it's coming from a place of love. And we've done a lot of that trust building. And if you just come into our gym today, and anybody's welcome to pop into practice today and just see the energy, you can see a lot of smiles and a lot of fun, but we're also working our tails off. So I think there's a really good balance in our gym right now.
Tech fans are interested to see what you bring to the coaching side. I mean, what's your philosophy? What's your style of coaching?
Yeah, I mean it's high energy. I probably yell more than most, but it's a really positive yell. I make the first thing I ever promised these ladies, and I've done it for 26 years, is that in our gym you're never going to get yelled at for a physical mistake. So it's always constant feedback. It's really nerdy biomechanics. We're obsessed with the why behind everything we do, whether it be the structure of practice or how we're teaching a skill. We love to teach them the why. And there's a lot of dad jokes and poking fun at each other and things like that, but we're able to find that balance of hard work and fun. So, and I think you're going to see that when you come to matches, that we play with a high energy, we play a really high risk, high reward style of volleyball that's super fast and dynamic and really fun to watch, and the girls are playing with a lot of joy. So I think we're going to get people hooked.
You have the exhibition match coming up against Northwestern State. I mean, just what do you hope you learn from your squad during that?
Yeah, like I said, it's interesting that we played them in our spring match as well. Their head coach is a good friend of mine going back 20-some years, and he's in his first year as well. So getting to play them in the spring, I like the idea that we're going to be able to gauge how we did there versus how we did here, and the video review is going to be really, really interesting for that. With exhibition matches, you're really putting everything out there. It's not necessarily win or lose. It's let's get some stuff on film, because obviously we're still deciding lineups and depth charts at every position. So it'll be really nice to get across the net from somebody that doesn't wear our uniform and see where we're at and start making some decisions moving into the season.
Do you feel like the players have bought in already to your coaching style and who you are as a head coach?
I absolutely could not be happier. I know that sounds like coach speak or the answer that everybody thinks I'm going to give, but I've been telling all my friends I could not have asked for anything more from these ladies in terms of how hungry they are and how hopeful they are and how they're really attaching themselves to all of the little details that we're trying to instill on and off the court.
You had so much success at Our Lady of the Lake. I mean, just how do you translate that to Louisiana Tech?
Yeah, honestly, what I keep telling everybody is the volleyball is the volleyball. Volleyball is the same. It does not change very much at all. Based on level when you're coaching a certain way and at a certain skill level. What it comes down to is the values, instilling the core values of the program, where it's more than just something that's on a t-shirt or on a wall. This is how we practice today. This is how we treat each other. This is how we talk to each other. This is the communication, and feedback loops that we use and that we value and that we stick to. So we really were able to hone in on that at Our Lady of the Lake and build a program based on those values and make decisions based on those values and the style of play. So bringing those things here, nothing's changed about the volleyball. We brought those same core values here, and it's the foundation is being built very well right now.
Coach, I got one question for you. Being able to have Charlie back for a 5th year, tied the program record with 1.24 blocks per game last year, was 5th with 128 total blocks, and then you also get Julia back with from shoulder issues from last year. You could kind of tell she played through it.
Yeah.
What does it mean having those two key pieces?
What it means is a few extra hours of sleep for coach each night. When you have some veteran leaders that know what they're doing, and it's not just the volleyball side. They're the moms of the program. We always joke Charlie's the grandma now because she's in her grad school years, and it's just they're so reliable. Every day, whether it be just the way they play, the way they practice, the way they prepare for practice, come in every day ready to go. There's no ups and downs with those two, and several others as well. But yeah, you picked out two really good ones. That Julia's shoulder being in good shape I can't explain to you how important that is. Those shoulders when they're going, you don't pop on the ball nearly as much. Balls that were just out of reach when you're swinging hard are gettable for the other team when they just don't have the same speed. So she's jumping really well right now. Charlie went on a blocking run yesterday that opened our freshmen's eyes to a whole new level, and it's really, really great. That they're having to learn how to hit around one of the best blockers in the conference. So it's not only great to have Charlie doing that, but to have our other hitters learning how to deal with a great blocker on the other side in practice.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, we've got head coach Steve Volz here. Opening statement to preview the 2025 season and upcoming regular season match against Alabama.
Yeah, we just finished preseason last Saturday with our second exhibition match, and really cautiously optimistic with this group. They've done the work. We're super young this year. 18 freshmen and sophomores out of our roster of 25. Still looking to get a couple pieces back that came in with a knock from summer league play, or just carried something from the spring. But overall, fairly healthy. So that's a new experience for us. That's not too bad at all. And I think that they're young, but they're exciting. They want to be part of Louisiana Tech soccer. They are giving us the energy that we need, and they're super coachable. They're hungry to learn and get and do better, challenge each other. The scrimmages have been fun, whether it was against opposition or even 11-11 in our team. So I think we're on the right track, and probably poor timing on my part to schedule Alabama as an opener, but I think they're ready for that task as well.
Yeah, Alabama's the third SEC team coming here to Ruston, first time in an opener. What went into that scheduling decision?
There's a lot. I was saying earlier this morning on one of the radio shows too, like I take the responsibility of bringing soccer to Northern Louisiana pretty serious as well. I come from a culture where soccer is everything. And now here soccer is more and more important, growing. But how do we find ways to attract the general spectator, the Tech fans that certainly go to basketball and football and baseball games? How do we get them to women's soccer games? And when Alabama proposed a home and home versus just us going there and getting a guarantee, it's like, let's do it. And then they said, when do you want to play? I want to do it the first game, get people excited. Early in the year, there's still a lot of time for families to find a way to come. We have kids night Thursday, sorry about that as well. And so we're excited about that. And now we can bring that excitement to the general public, get more fans. Now they watch our women compete, say, hey, Mom, Dad, I want to go back, get the kids excited, grow a new generation of soccer players as well. So that was it. And soccer-wise, purely the way we want to challenge our team is they want to play more of those type of opponents. So can we now get that. We're going to go to Oklahoma this year as well. We're going to play Mississippi State. Houston has agreed to a home and home in a couple years down the road. So these are the things that we want to do, and our athletes want as well. And our long-term goal is to play in a national tournament and qualify for that through our conference tournament. And then we're going to have to play those teams. So how do we prepare? Well, we play them early on in the year.
You talked about the youth. I mean, over half your team are newcomers, including 10 freshmen. I mean, how excited are you about the new talent, and also just how much pressure is put on you as a head coach to get them ready for these matches?
Well, there's pressure no matter what age your players are. So at the end of the day, we enjoy that. I think it's really just now finding which pieces mesh together. And I applaud our freshmen and newcomers to really do a good job bonding our leadership. We've invested a lot of time off the field this preseason as well, just hanging out together, what's going to the park together, having cookouts together, playing board games. As simple as that. It does not always have to be soccer. It's about connecting and communicating and building that trust, and that leads to the willingness to sacrifice for each other as well. So now it's up to us as a staff, and Chris and Steph have done a great job to prepare us, and we'll see where we're at. And it's going to be a learning curve early on, but I think by the time conference comes around, we'll have them ready.
And on the flip side of that, how much are you going to rely on your returners to step up in leadership roles this season?
Yeah, I think for us, it's earned. Look, we were fortunate enough to have the freshman of the year a couple of years in a row with this program as well. So freshmen can play an important, vital role in our success. 18 to 22 is somewhere that's not that far apart. The experience factor certainly plays a role, and we're going to rely on that. So we kind of balanced our freshman class with a couple of transfers that bring a little bit of experience. We have Shani coming over from Akron, Ashley from Arizona State, Layla came in from North Florida, and Jasmine came over from St. Leo. So there are players that bring a little bit more experience as well. So that balance, I think, is there. And now let the best 11 go out and compete.
For you personally, going into year number 5 here at Louisiana Tech, I mean, do you set certain goals every year going into the new season?
Oh, absolutely. We have long-term goals and short-term goals, and I think we've done a very good job early on in quarterfinals, semifinals, and last year was just where I felt like I didn't get a good handle on the spirit of the team, what we needed to fine-tune a little bit, but we were super competitive, and now I think the goal this year is, top 50% of the conference, qualify for the tournament, and let the chips fall where they may. So we have short-term goals like that. Long-term goals, again, it's to qualify for the national tournament and become regionally a team that is constantly competing at that level.
You had your 2 exhibition matches against ULM and Central Arkansas. I mean, just what did you learn from your team that will help you go on into the season?
They're so resilient, so resilient. I love to watch how they play, how they compete. Whether we score a goal, we don't get too high, we give up a goal at an awkward time, or just a goal that just could be deflating. Just the opposite happened to us. So that's where I felt like our youth didn't really hurt us. They just went out and kept playing. So we found out that they're resilient, that they're fun to watch, and they're going to compete for 90 minutes.
You personally born in Germany, coached a lot in Canada, coached in Jackson. Do you feel like now, 5 years here, you're a Louisianian?
Oh, I love it here. I think Tech has become a home. Ruston is a wonderful town to live in, and I've embraced the community. Hopefully they embrace us and our style and our women, who are also from all over the world and all over the country. And I think that it's such a unique place with it's a typical college town in the South, and has so much to offer. The family aspect, to leadership from Dr. Henderson to Ryan Ivey, to everybody involved. It's just something that when you're here, you realize it. And our women are such great ambassadors of the program. When we do have official visitors coming in, they fall in love with the place. So yes, absolutely, and the food's pretty good too here. So no, we love it here, and the weather's fantastic. I love the warm weather. So from that standpoint, absolutely.
And then for you being in the game so long, I mean, just how much does it mean to you to see the growth of women's soccer, here in Northeast Louisiana and around the country?
It means the world. It means the world to have somebody like Kelly Matlock from Shreveport, who's now nominated to be NCAA Woman of the Year, and Mary Helen having such a good freshman campaign, and now that seeing those young women succeed here and keep their talents here just means a lot. And we want to continue to be a beacon for women's soccer here in the community. Have the kids come out. Like I said, it's kids night, free admissions. Just come and check it out. We want to continue to be available to volunteer at soccer events around town. Reach out to us if you want our women to be somewhere. We want to be ambassadors for the game for these young women.
Anything else?
Thank you, Coach Volz.
Yeah. Steve, you know that better now. You're in your work.
I know.
Yeah.